There's great danger in potentially nominating Carly Fiorina. I think she'd be a good president, and I think she's very well qualified. But I think she would be a disaster, a catastrophe as the Republican nominee. Why? We don't have to look far. Just look back at the experience of Mitt Romney. Romney ran a perfectly respectable, very good, very well-managed business, Bain Capital, but he put a lot of workers out of business and outsourced other jobs, all with the intention of preserving companies and jobs in the United States that could best be preserved by closing inefficient lines and having certain elements of the production cycle made abroad, all to save jobs in the U.S. And Carly did the same thing at Hewlett-Packard. But in the hands of a Democratic negative media guy, this would absolutely destroy her candidacy. It already did. In 2010, Carly Fiorina ran against Barbara Boxer for her seat in the Senate. And California saw what we're seeing, the tremendous potential in this candidate. And you look at the graph lines from Real Clear Politics, and Boxer was dropping and Fiorina was rising until basically the end of September, at which point they were in a statistical tie. Then Boxer shot up and Carly fell down off a cliff, and Boxer beat her by 10 points. The inflection point, the turning point, was when Boxer ran a negative ad against Fiorina about Hewlett-Packard. The ad began by showing Carly's picture and saying, when Carly Fiorina was CEO of HP, they cut 30,000 jobs. Then you cut to an interview with Carly, where she says, well, if you have massive layoffs, which we did, perhaps the question arises as to who's going to do the work. And then the next scene, it says that while Californians were losing their jobs, Carly outsourced jobs to China. And then it said, and Hewlett-Packard tripled her salary, bought $1 million yacht, and bought 5 corporate jets. And then it goes back to Carly saying, I'm proud of what I did at Hewlett-Packard. Just a devastating ad, and completely true. Of course, it's only part of the truth. I'm sure the planes and the yachts were a relatively small part of their spending, and the 30,000 jobs were cut probably to save the company and to outsource certain production lines to China where it could be made more cheaply. But what makes a good business decision does not make for a good political record. And we don't want to nominate a candidate who is subject to the same negatives that destroyed Mitt Romney and gave us Barack Obama for 4 more years in the White House. Our country won't survive that. So really, a warning about this. She comes with baggage, and we have to be very careful before we nominate somebody with that kind of baggage. Thanks a lot for watching.